Here you guys. So this is the Gen4 Maddog scooter. It's like a Ruckus. So it's called, also known as the Chuckus. I just got this one so we can do a little build on it. It's all stock. It's a 50cc. It's the only thing they allow right now in California of these type. So yeah, I just have the front thing off right now because I'm gonna put the battery in. We haven't started it up yet, so I'm gonna be doing a startup video with you guys, and I'm just gonna show you what I do when I buy Chinese motorcycles or scooters before I even use them or ride them. On these, first thing, you got to tighten up the wheel. You got to put it on and tighten it. I always lube the axles and always use Loctite. Go over all the bolts, go over everything on here. You got to put these on as well, the little mirrors, which suck because they're not good quality. You got to tighten up your handlebar and then just go over the whole scooter. It's better when you go through the whole bike, because when you go through the whole bike you kind of tighten up everything and use Loctite, like I said. And yeah, it's gonna be one of our new builds. I also have another build too, another brand new bike. So this is just one of them that we're gonna be doing riding and stuff with. See how fast we can get the 50 with all bolt-ons before we swap it out. And yeah, you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna put the battery in and then we'll get started. Okay, so now that everything's buttoned up, got the battery box back on. It's just little Phillips head screws. See them in there? So I got everything on. Everything's tightened. So now the first thing I do before I even start this is I change the oil out. I know a lot of people run it with that stock oil that it comes with, but to me that's just a straight no-no. So we're gonna take that oil out. Let's see, let me get this. Okay, there's a couple ways to drain the oil. I'll put you guys right here. There's a 17 right here in the bottom. That's the one that I take off. You can take off the other side too with the filter, with the little screen, but since the motor's brand new, you don't really need that right now. Okay. Yeah, I don't like any of this oil that they come with. It's just not good for the motor. So I just take that nasty oil out. Let it drain, so it's 17mm bolt. And then you can see it right there, that hole. So you can drain it from that side. Or you can drain it from right here. I'll drain it from here on the next time I change the oil. But right now I won't, because I don't need it. So yeah, just get all that nasty oil out. Then we're gonna be doing some other stuff to this as well. Like we're gonna be removing this big old intake. It's unnecessary for this little bike. And we're just gonna be putting a little pod filter right there. And then that should be fine. We're gonna be getting rid of the emissions, the little emissions thing they do. We're gonna put a cam in it. We're gonna mess with the CVT. We're gonna do some CVT stuff to it. We're gonna be changing the shock to a low boy or a low down shock, I believe it's called. So we're gonna get a little one. And yeah, be some more stuff we do. So the oil's almost done draining. Here's the oil I'm gonna use. I'm using Valvoline motorcycle 4-stroke oil, 1040. It uses 800 milliliters, so this should be plenty for this motor. So it's almost done. Okay, put this back. set you guys right here real quick. Move this, wipe that off. Okay, we got that cheap oil out of the way. So on this side, it's a little tricky right here because the way they put the dipstick and whatnot. So let's see if we can get this funnel in here. Okay, barely. All right, so that's a little tricky. Okay, so like I said, this takes 800 milliliters. So put 800 in it. Set you guys right here real quick. Yeah, I never run any of my Chinese bikes with the oil they come with. I mean, they're already cheaper bikes, so you know, the oil is like the lifeline to these motors. Oil and good fuel. Okay, do it slowly. Okay, so the quart's roughly 946. I leave about to right there, maybe about 200 inside, so it's like a little less than 800 that I put in it, and then that should be plenty. Dipstick in. Get it straight. Okay, we're exactly where we need to be. Okay. So we got the oil covered. So we changed the oil. We already got our battery in. We have no fuel in it, so let's get some fuel. This is all from shipping right here. It came oily. I have to wipe that down. Okay, let's open this up. Our key. Pull that out. Set that to the side. Okay, let's see if I can do this. One-handed. Oh, and this is 91 gas, by the way. And we also got to prime the system, so since it's new, it ain't gonna have any gas in the line, so it's gonna take a little bit to start. Normally in that situation, what I do is I'll crank it once for 3 seconds, and then I'll give it 2 kicks and then crank it again. Let's see. Okay, so we're pretty much there. Full tank. Gas tank back on. Close that. Okay, so now we're ready for our first start. We'll turn the key. Okay, make sure your kill switch is on the run position. Okay, smell the fuel. So let's see, we got fuel in our filter yet? No. Okay, no problem. Alright, we'll just crank this. Let's see what's the fuel. Okay, we're starting to see the fuel. Okay. Smoking a little bit from shipping. When they sent it to us. Looks. Lights on. Plenty of fuel in there. Okay. It says we have 0.5 miles and we haven't even ridden it. So we'll let it run for 5 minutes.